My love-hate relationship with Assassin's Creed. Oh boy. Alright, so anyone who knows me personally knows that I used to love the Assassin's Creed franchise, and to an extent I really wish I still did. I loved playing Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, and 3. I played a little bit of Liberation and that was okay, but it could use some more that made it better. But it wasn't bad, it was just lacking. It was a port from a portable handheld, which was, to be expected that it wasn't going to be exactly wonderful. But I absolutely despise Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, otherwise known as the pinnacle to the Assassin's Creed franchise. Why oh why do I hate it? Well, it's... Alright, I'm gonna stand by here and say Assassin's Creed 4 is not a bad game. No. By all means, it is not bad. But it's not Assassin's Creed. Let's just break it out right there. In fact, in regards to an Assassin's Creed game, the entire plot of Assassin's Creed 4 could be deemed irrelevant. If Assassin's Creed 4 didn't happen, we would be none the wiser. Because it's not important at all! Nothing is! Nothing in that game is important in any frame or meaning. Nothing! I went through the entire game wondering, okay, when will things start getting important? And they start to! But at the end of the game, they completely kill off everything that could be important to you, that could help the series evolve. Nothing happens. Or rather, a lot of stuff happens. So, let me break down Assassin's Creed 4 for you, and I apologize if I get a little ranty. So, what it does wrong is mostly everything. Let's start with gameplay. Now, on land, it feels a little better in terms of fluent movement. That's a plus. You can easily move around. The free running system is improved over 3. Climbing trees is a lot easier than it was. And a lot of the towns are back, allowing you to simulate the feeling like you're back in Italy with the Assassin's Creed 2 franchise. Or saga. That was kinda neat. But they continue to add more mechanics in the Assassin's Creed games, and this was a problem that was developing more and more. They're adding more stuff like being able to duel with weapons, using abilities to incapacitate opponents without them seeing you at a distance, giving you 4 pistols. All of that's really cool, but the issue is they never really enhance the difficulty of the game along with it. You're facing the same old mediocre enemies that learn slight mechanics halfway through the game, but that doesn't really enhance the challenge. You're able to plow through them. In fact, death really only comes when you want to challenge yourself by breaking what you would do normally by attacking everybody. That was a problem. The game was too easy. Now, an easy game is not a bad thing, but it was easy and boring because it was meant to provide a challenge, and it doesn't. The AI is brain dead most of the time, and when it isn't brain dead, it's fine, it's fun. But that also, another gameplay thing that really irks me is, now that we've talked about the land segment and how the land segment's boring, we get into the sea portion, which, it's kind of neat that it's there, provides a change of pace, but in essence, it's just a repetitive thing the entire game. The flavor's there, the pirate lingo's there, the shanties were a really cool part. I really loved listening to the various pirates talk and sing along the different shanties that you collected throughout the game. That was really cool. It immersed me in the series. It immersed me in wanting to, explore more of the high seas. But then you look at the core of the game and it just becomes dull. I mean, at first it's cool, you're a pirate, you have your own ship. But most battles after that kind of just stem down to circle your opponent and shoot cannons off the off the port or starboard areas. Literally, that's it. That is not bad. Like, there are a lot of games that have repetitive mechanics. As a gamer, I'm not... Okay, well, scratch that. Not as a gamer. As a person, I wasn't really too thrilled about this. To me, it didn't feel like there was much to it. Now, I can't really speak for all games, because most Ubisoft open-world games get repetitive after a while. Most open-world games do. How much can you pack into a world that doesn't start to feel repetitive after a while? Very little. But it's just, that game just... nothing gets added after a while. Oh, here's fire barrels that you'll use extremely, very, not that often. You're being chased? Oh, well here, just toss some fire barrels on them. Or you could turn around and shoot them with cannonballs that are way more effective. It's just, not only that, okay? To progress, you must continuously, I repeat, continuously raise your wanted level by attacking merchant ships. By attacking random ships in the area and taking what they have to upgrade your own ship. If you do not, if you just progress the main story, you can't. You will have a very hard time doing so, I repeat. It is ridiculously difficult because they expect you to have collected everything and upgraded your ship to very high levels that you wouldn't do if you were just experiencing the main plot. You have to go out of your way to do the missions and save up enough reals, which is the currency and all that kind of stuff, just to do the missions. And it gets really stupid because sometimes plot progression is important to people. Speaking of plot progression, oh my god, I was so bothered when you first start the game. You can already do every side activity once you get your ship, before the context of the item is even explained, and you know exactly what to do. There's tutorials for things you've been doing the entire game. You think, oh, it's just a cool side effect. No, the main plot is important with it. It's just, why? Accept an assassin contract? Who are the assassins? I don't know, but I'm gonna do what they say and kill people. Templars? I'm not the enemy of the Templars. Why would I kill them? As a player, you know they're bad. But Edward? Edward has no fucking clue. It's bullshit. It's just a way to allow you to do everything in the game immediately without context. If you're gonna do it, then introduce it earlier, rather than halfway through the game, if you really want the people to see all this stuff earlier on. It just boggles the mind. In fact, in the beginning segment, before you even have your assassin robes, you literally can find every secret on the island in the middle of a mission where you're supposed to be chasing someone. What? It just breaks the flow of the game immediately. It's... Character development. Character development. You see, wouldn't be so bad a thing if the characters were fleshed out to begin with, but they're not. Each character is merely someone you talk to, a puppet to enhance the story. Now, in most cases, that's just, that exists, you know? We sometimes create characters just for a specific plot line to move them forward. However, Assassin's Creed Black Flag does something that I thought was ridiculously stupid. It creates a bond with a character to kill them. Literally. That's it. To kill them. Every character you meet in the game, if ever you start getting close to them, if ever they provide you some reason to like them, they will die very soon. Take Blackbeard, for instance. You will have a set of missions to do with Blackbeard. Now, at first you're thinking that's cool. Oh, Blackbeard's getting his personality. The stuff that they promised in the trailers, showing the pirate side of him, the evil maniac side. You start to really think he's cool. And just as he's celebrating his retirement, and he's looking all happy, and you're like, oh, I'm so happy for you, Blackbeard. Stab. Head cut right off. What? That happens to multiple characters. And all of them you form a bond with shortly before they die. It is... it's stupid. It's rushed character development, just for the sake of making you feel connected to a character. And it does the opposite. I didn't feel for the characters that killed. After with Blackbeard, I felt it. I felt a connection because I thought it was kind of neat. But I felt a trend. Every character. I mean, if it was just Blackbeard, that'd be cool. Okay, that was one segment they pulled off. Okay, cool, you got me. But every single character you form a bond with is too much. I wanted to love this game, but I'm only more skeptical. Now, that's very little of what I could talk about Assassin's Creed. I could go in depth about a lot of things, but truth be told, I really don't want to soil the memory of this game for multiple people. I just felt that this, I created this series so that I could let my points of view out. I would love to hear what you all think of the game, and maybe enlighten me on a few things. Maybe I'm missing something. I should probably talk not all bad. I really loved the first-person segments, while most of it was also rather irrelevant. The information and side plots you got from hacking the computers. Now, the computer minigames themselves were kind of neat at first, but they quickly became repetitive and kind of stupid at the end. And you kind of just wanted to hear what it had to say, but you had to play a minigame 20 times over to find all the computers you've just unlocked in your visit. That kind of was meh, but the information you got, the backstory, the marketing research you got on the various assassins for the various games, the fact that Abstergo was turned into a game company that was creating the Assassin's Creed franchise was really cool. Meeting Sean and Rebecca again, helping them with that information. They were key characters from the previous games, and that was really cool. The annoying part was that, again, the plot turned irrelevant because at the end of the plot, the character who was important kills himself, and the characters that you're supposed to be interacting with go away after saying, "You're not ready for this," which is basically them saying, "Oh, we're gonna make another sequel to do this. Yeah, sorry about that." What? Did you just make your game irrelevant? Yes, you did. Assassin's Creed 4 is not a bad game, but it is an irrelevant game. It is the wrong game. I would have loved to see an Assassin's Creed game that stayed to the land portion of the Assassin's universe, expanded upon that, and it looks like we're going to be getting that somewhat with Unity. And then another game that's not an Assassin's Creed game, that is literally just a pirate game. Would have been really cool with expanded mechanics, focused more on the stuff without the stupid Assassin's mechanics that plagued this game. It felt like a game of two halves, and two halves that didn't mix well at all. Boarding ships became incredibly monotonous because it was basically just slaughtering everybody. Regardless, I look at it now and I see that there are two games coming out this year. Assassin's Creed Rogue and Assassin's Creed Unity. With Rogue, I will not touch. It is supposedly just another one Assassin's Creed pirate game mix-up, and if I didn't enjoy Black Flag, I don't think I'll be touching Rogue at all. It's just a cash grab for last gen, no matter what they say, and I will not abide by that. Ubisoft even went out of their way to mention that everybody's okay with it, but if they look at it, they're not counting people who are not vocal. Anybody who's not vocal, they're saying, is okay with it. And since a majority of gamers aren't as vocal as those on the internet are, that's a problem. Assassin's Creed Unity I will be getting, and I will be streaming it, the entire game. Not in one session, of course, that's way too much game, I don't know how long it is. But I will be streaming through it just because I can, and I want to share it with someone who, my love, who's very close. We played the Assassin's Creed games together, and I want to make sure that even though she's away from me and not in person, we'll be able to do it together and experience the game. That is that, and the end of my rant on Assassin's Creed. Please tell me what you think of the series as a whole, if you have the same problems that I did. If you want to defend the game, go on ahead. These are simply my opinions and my thoughts on the game. Again, I want to love Assassin's Creed, but Black Flag makes it very hard. Next time we rant, I have no idea what we'll go on about. I keep saying we'll go on certain types of topics, but in the end, I kind of just flop all over the place. Again, this series is going to be spontaneous. When something pops in my mind that I want to rant about, I will literally just take my headset, put it on, open Audacity, and rant. I'm an Ave of Chaotic Reunion, and I'll see you all next time.